Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. It's me. How you doing? You're looking good today. Let's talk about Breath of the Wild 2 for a bit. You know, I haven't made one of these videos yet. People have been asking for it for a while. Haven't sat down and like put my thoughts together at all. I don't have a script or anything for this video. I'm just gonna talk about Breath of the Wild 2, what I want to see, and then I ask you guys on Twitter. So I'm gonna judge your opinions harshly. And mainly, I just wanted to make fun of your theories, so when the game comes out and I'm wrong about mine, you could come back and make fun of me too. That's all I got. That's all I want to do. So the first thing I'm hoping for is I want my boy Binkus to have friends again. I want him to have a companion with them. Ocarina of Time, you got Navi. You got Navi again, but it's Tattle this time. You got Goblin Midna, Fee. So many good characters, and I feel like that was like super lacking Breath of the Wild 1. Link didn't have any homies. He had the champions, I guess. He had those like schizophrenic episodes where he would hear Zelda speaking to him, but he didn't really have someone to just hang out with him. And I think we need that. Whether that's like a new character or a character from a long time ago brought back Midna, not naming anyone specifically, I think it'd be sick. I would really like to see Fee again. It makes sense. I mean, she was in the first game, kinda. She made a Fee noise in the cutscene, and that's like enough to get me a little bit excited to see the return of cute robot wife. I like that. I think Fee's cool. But there was one character you already know that I would love to see again, and I'll tell you why it makes sense, because, I mean, it kinda doesn't, but I'm gonna explain it to you why it could happen. I want Midna back, baby. Bring back Goblin Midna, or like somebody from her ancestry, a relative of Midna, please. A little floaty goblin, we need that. And I know what you're saying, Quinn. She broke the mirror. It's not gonna happen. I'll tell you why it could, all right? In the manga's not canon, I know, hear me out. In the manga, they had like this mirror that Zelda would use to communicate with Midna when they were children, when they were younger. And then Zelda's dad and all her advisors saw that she was talking to somebody from a spiritual dimension. They sealed it away. But because the whole world has been like shaking around, there's rocks flying everywhere, much like a hamster rolling down the stairs in his circular plastic coffin. It's all over the place, baby. The castle's floating, which means potentially the mirror's uncovered, huh? Midna comes through and she's like, who the hell is this man in green spandex? And that's our Link, and now they're friends. It's a stretch, but I mean, can you blame me, dude? I just want to see Midna again. Not asking for much. Someone on Twitter said that his companion should be like a tiny little Korok, who's just sitting on his shoulder and gliding around with him. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about that since, and that's part of the reason why I'm here, because I just want to talk about that. Tell me that wouldn't be adorable. Just an even smaller man to hang out with my already tiny green man. It'd just be really good. I want Link to have a companion again. Oh, and then another companion that I just thought of right now that could happen is Pura, the sassy lost child who gives you the camera in the beginning of the game. She could help you out. She could invent a walkie-talkie, put it in his ear, and then say snappity snap and whatever Pura does. She could just talk to Link. I think it'd be cool. I think a companion would be so important because like Link doesn't talk, right? And I know you're supposed to put your voice where his is and like that's what he's thinking, but I mean that's kind of, I don't like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the games would be better if he talked. I know he's not going to, but a companion would do that for him. Poor could be like, oh, that tree is sick as hell, and Link could be like, grunt, make grunt noises. He just grunt. I think it'd work. I think it would work really well. Another thing that I'd like to see is like maybe playable Zelda. I think that'd be cool. People have been talking about it for like a couple months now, and I'm thinking, and it would work, right? She falls in a big hole. What if like for a portion of the game you play underground as Zelda? Link doesn't have a glider yet, can't jump down to save her. Zelda's gotta do her own thing. And I guarantee you that Zelda's just like finally sick of being saved by Link over and over, and she's gonna do a little bit of murder, and I'm here for that. Playable Zelda would be cool. I want more like Master Cycle, more ways to explore around. They better bring back Wind Bomb, or we throw in hands, that's for damn sure. You know, and because there's like floating islands now, we need a way to get to those. Bring back giant birds. Not the cool kind like Cass or Saki, although I would like to ride around on her back. I think it'd be lovely, very romantic. Bring back the Loft Wings, all right? Skyward Sword Remake came out recently, and maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much into it, but that's what these theory videos are for, baby. You can only use them when you're going to like certain high-level platforms, so you can't just fly around. Defeats the purpose of an open world. But I think Loft Wings would work perfectly. I mean, how the f are we gonna fly up to the castle and find that mirror that Twilight Princess lady is behind, all right? Like, we gotta have birds or something. I mean, and while we're on the topic of floating islands, I hope it's like new shit up there. You know what I mean? I hope it's not just like a piece of Hatno Village. I feel like that'd be anticlimactic. Bring back the lumpy pumpkin, bro. Get Beetle in his weird little bike house thing that he floats around in. That'd be cool. I just want anything that isn't in Breath of the Wild to be on those floating islands, you know? Just new stuff. I'm hoping like the towns and stuff are being rebuilt, expanded upon. That'd be nice. Like around Hyrule Castle, if there could be like a little town like an Age of Calamity, that would be cool. Mostly so Ganon can come up and destroy it again. I mean, in the trailer, you can kind of see around the castle and it doesn't look like much is going on. I'm hoping we get a little bit of a time skip, mainly so Zelda can finally catch a break. Oh my lord, that poor girl. She's been fighting for 100 years, finally gets up and immediately falls into the abyss. I don't think that's necessary. I say we give her a breather. I want to see some recognition to like the champions again. I just want more statues of Urbosa. We're not going to talk about that. You already know. And like recognition to the new champions. I know Riju's got her whole town, but it'd be like really cool if they started erecting statues of like Teba and Sidon. It'd be cool if they got all the champions together again and gave them the proper uniforms. Like if we saw the little ceremony from Link's Memories, but with the new characters. I'm just saying, I think Teba looked good in a blue shirt. I'm hoping there's that tiny time skip, like I said, so we can see grown-up Tulin. That'd be awesome. Just flying around with his dad, killing with his bow, blowing stuff up. I'd love to see that. His dad's sick with a bow. It'd be a crime if Tulin also wasn't efficient in murder. I just think that'd be nice. I hope the Divine Beasts make a comeback, not in like a slap Ganon kind of way. Just like they're in the environment somewhere and you can just explore them while they're like overgrown. Underwater maybe. I think it'd be nice if there was like a musical element to the game again. You got Cass, right? But we could expand on that so much more. Like in the older games, the ocarina, having like a master key that is a musical instrument is such a cool concept for a game. Making the player like play the songs and using it to open like shrines or dungeons or anything like that. I feel like that was the one thing that the first game was missing compared to all the older games, was the musical aspect. I think that was like one of the best parts of those games. I like the idea of Link like walking through the Lost Woods and sitting on a tree stump playing Saria's song and just not knowing why he knows it, but it's got like that familiar feeling to it. It's like a really sad, heartbreaking way to merge the games together. I think that'd be really nice. Bring back my musically talented boy. He deserves it. Now, one thing that I did absolutely love from the older games is the style of dungeon. Compared to Breath of the Wild 2, they're so like weird, but they fit so incredibly well because the Zelda world is just weird in general. I want more weird is what I'm trying to say. Like the Yeti house dungeon from Twilight Princess, that was awesome. I felt like all the dungeons in Breath of the Wild, minus the shrines, were like the same theme. I want some weird again, man. Bring back like a Yeti dungeon in the mountains, or like the ones from Skyward Sword where you were chased by giant boulders and stuff like that. I want more like that. The shrines for the DLC were perfect if they put them in dungeons. Like, could you imagine instead of getting like a bunch of different shrines for a DLC, they put it all together in like a haunted house or something and you had to run from the boxes, or like in a castle. They could do it underground and just change the themes of them. I'd like that a lot. When Zelda falls into the cave in the trailer, it's already like a little bit spooky and completely different from the vibe of like normal Breath of the Wild. I love that again. I love to see it be a little bit spooky. We're talking about dungeon, you gotta talk about the boss fights, obviously. I wanna see a face-to-face, hand-to-hand combat with swords, obviously, with Ganon. I want Link to fight a real man Ganon. Like being able to actually like square up with the man himself when he's not like a gross, disgusting beast. Dark Link fight would be awesome. Bring that man back in. It makes sense with the malice. They did it in Age of Calamity, so it's already a thought in their minds. That would be good to see again. Ocarina of Time had one. Why can't we have one now? They could do it so much better. Just imagine getting Flurry Rushed on. That would be incredible. I would love that. I want to see more bosses that are like the same difficulty as Thunderblight. Maybe not like you have to do these, but maybe optional ones for the players who aren't as good as me. I know, one of the best, baby. We already know that. I know there's Master Mode, and I'm acting cocky, and I'm doing it as a joke, obviously. I just wish it was like harder, because I feel like there are players who are more skilled than other players. That's fine. You got little babies, you got big strong men. I'm somewhere in between. I want to fight hard things. I'm also really interested to see what they do with the champion abilities. Because, like the champions, they're a massive part of the game. Mipha's Grace, so good. Urbosa's Fury? I'd love to see it just stay. They disappeared at the end of the first game. Spoilers, oops. You've probably played it if you're watching this. They disappeared, they're gone. Do our abilities go with them? I don't know. I feel like my heart would break if I didn't have Mipha's grace. I'd definitely be more upset trying to explore the environment without Revali's Gale. It'd be a crime to get rid of it. Whether I have to like earn them again by completing trials, sure, I'll do it. I'd be down for that. I just feel like getting rid of the champions entirely that would suck. I wouldn't like that at all. This one part I know people aren't gonna agree with me on because I've heard so many complaints about it, but I actually like the weapon durability system. I hope they don't get rid of that. It fits the game so well. And it's a really good way to do progression in a game where you can't level up. You just find better weapons. They better bring back the goddamn tingle armor. They better not bring back the rotisserie chicken people from Twilight Princess. We're going to the sky. That's where they live. I don't want to see them. I took an oath after I beat that temple to never see them again. I'm gonna throw out the whole goddamn console, I swear to God. But that's like all the ideas and theories that I've got for the game. There's not too much to it. I didn't analyze the trailer really well because I do still want to be a little bit surprised. I watched it once and haven't watched it since. So I decided to ask the worst place on the internet. I decided to ask Twitter and see what you guys said. Relia said, I hope Link is in the game. I mean, I'm sure that's a given. I hope that some of the islands in the sky are like parts of Skylab, like the Night School or the Lumpy Pumpkin. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I think that would be really cool. Overrun by monsters to just add to it a little bit more. I'd like that. I think that'd be sick. Bring back Girahim. I'd love that, but I don't think that's possible. An underwater section? Yes, dude, yes. That'd be so good because you would have like the sky to explore now, and now you could explore like caves underwater or like in the ocean where Mipha did her trial. Like that would be perfect. Underwater sections, so good. It'd also be a good place to hide the mirror from Twilight Princess. A claw shot or a hook shot, yeah, no, that would be perfect for this game. I feel like out of all the games, it would fit most to have a claw shot or a grappling hook in Breath of the Wild. Do you imagine Link swinging around like a tiny little green monkey, dude? Just think of the possibilities. I don't know what the game is about. All I'm saying is Zelda better not be a damsel in distress. I don't think she will be. I hope the game has a way to revive the champions. See, that would be nice, but I don't think it works. And they already did that with Age of Calamity. That story's already gone through. It'd be like weird to repeat again. I don't want them to revive the champions, especially when you got new characters like Teba, Sidon, and Riju and Yunobo who deserve the light. I think it'd be weird to bring them back again. Bring cats to Hyrule. Yes, now you get it. Now we're making some progress. Cats in Hyrule, that's the dream. I want non-slip climbing gear so I can climb in the rain. You, no climbing in the rain. I want them to keep that just so people suffer. Majora's Mask like weirdness and creepiness would be much appreciated. That's what I'm saying. Creepy Zelda, best Zelda. Get some weird in there, man. All right, and I got to the bottom of the list, boys. If you agree with me, you gotta leave a like. That's you got it. That's the rules. If I said one thing that you're like, yeah, that would be pretty cool, leave a goddamn like, please. Thank you. Subscribe if you're new here, and let me know what I missed. If you guys see some other stuff that you agree with or don't agree with that I said, just comment it. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Good riddance, and stay safe. Have a good day.